Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is the big one. This is, without question, I would say the biggest game of Chelsea season. Easily. The fact that we are playing Manchester City at the Etihad, the league leaders, the team that right now are coasting through the Premier League title. It's going to be a good one. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty very shortly. Before I do though, I want to let you guys know, don't forget to check out two things. Firstly, my second channel and my Twitch, links are in the description. My second channel, brand new video, my FIFA Chelsea Career Mode episode 6, where funnily enough, I play against Manchester City. You can see how that goes down right here. Click the link after this and enjoy. And secondly, make sure you check out my day 6, I think we're at day 6 now, of the Africa Cup of Nations, my recap later on tonight, where I discuss 4 games that kicked off today. 2 have already happened, actually 3 have already happened. We've got Gabon and Ghana very shortly at the time of this recording. So I'll give you a recap later on this evening. Now, let's get into this. Manchester City versus Chelsea. And I have to sit like this because we got to be realistic. We got to be real. We got to be truthful. We can't shy away from the facts. Man City right now, as I've said, are coasting to the Premier League title. They're 10 points ahead or whatnot. I think it's 10 and 11 ahead of Liverpool, I think it is. I haven't looked at the league table, if I'm honest. This is just off the cuff. But Manchester City are on another planet right now. However, Chelsea put on a very, very good second half performance against Liverpool. Since then, we've managed to pick ourselves some form in the League Cup against Tottenham, against Chesterfield. I mean, it's Chesterfield with all due respect, but against Tottenham, we dispatched of Tottenham very efficiently and very easily. And I don't want to say, obviously, Tottenham, Manchester City, you can't compare the two. Man City are on another planet. But that has filled me with some hope, some sort of weird confidence that, yeah, we can go to Man City and do a job. But it's not just that. It's not just that. It's the fact that Man City have, I don't want to say slipped or derailed, but have come off the gas a little bit. We saw their performance against Arsenal. That was very, very, very close. Very close. Against an Arsenal team that, you know, on paper, you look at it and you think, yeah, they're going to get absolutely wrecked by Manchester City, and they didn't. They held their own. They have supplied what looks like some sort of a blueprint in terms of being able to contain Manchester City, because they did, and they could have got a result if they were a little bit more clinical, and if, you know, players like Gabriel didn't let them down. Obviously, yesterday against Liverpool, he had Xhaka let them down. They've always got someone that lets them down. It's chaos at Arsenal. You can't rely on them. You just can't rely on them. And even then, they got a draw against Liverpool. This is the thing. They've kind of supplied a blueprint. Man City, with players out as well, has now filled me with some hope, I would say, in the fact that we should have enough quality and tactical prowess to actually go and get a win. We should. And based on last season and how we dispatched off City 3 times in 6 weeks. 3 times in 6 weeks, including the Champions League final, that was, of course, we beat them. So, do we go back to type? Do Chelsea go back to what they did last season? Do we also decide to not play Lukaku? That's a big talking point. Remember, our last game, he played 90 minutes, pretty much, and that has given an indication to us, Chelsea supporters, that maybe Kai Havertz is going to get the nod for this one. You know, for him to play 2 games in succession like that, 3 games since the apology, where he hasn't really banged anything, except for the goal against Chesterfield, is he going to get dropped? That's a question. Let's go to team news. Latest team news with Chelsea is that Chalobah is still out. Christensen is now out. He's tested positive, so he is going to be out of this one, as well as Reece James and Ben Chilwell. Mendy is away with Senegal, who drew 0-0, might I add earlier on. Again, recap later on for that. So those are the only names missing. For Manchester City, it's one massive question mark. We don't know. No one knows. So, let me read you the names. Manchester City, in terms of the latest, Guardiola refused to let anyone know what was going on. So, Ederson, Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden, Zinchenko, Fernandinho, Stones and Grealish all missed last week's FA Cup win at Swindon. All of them. And since then, there's been no word on who is missing and who has come back, because there have been more cases at Manchester City. There have been more positives. We don't know who of those bunch are positive, who are not, who are injured, no one knows. And Guardiola has kept that shum, and you know what? I respect that. If I was Guardiola, I'd do the same. It's good to not allow the opposition to know what you're going to do. So I completely understand why he's kept his mouth shut, and fair play, he's got every right to. So I've got nothing against that. But you read those names, few of those names, if not all, could be, but I doubt it, a few of those names will be missing tomorrow. So we'll wait and see who. So that gives me even more confidence. That gives me a little boost that Chelsea can get a result tomorrow. They can. So without further ado, let's get into the starting 11 that I think Thomas Tuchel should deploy tomorrow. Let's do it. So, starting off, in goal, we go to Mr. Kepa Arrizabalaga. If I've said that correctly, if I haven't, I'm really sorry. But Kepa in goal, obviously with Edouard Mendy away, and against Tottenham, he was fantastic. So keep that up, Kepa. Keep that up. Now, I would, and this is a risk. It's a risk. It's a big risk. But I think it can work. Again, Arsenal have given us a bit of a blueprint. I think it can work. I'd go with a back four tomorrow. I'd go with a back four simply for the fact that with a back five or back three with the wing backs, who are we going to play? Alonso and Aspie as wing backs? I mean, I feel like with Man City, if you take it to them, if you try and put them under that pressure, and if you try and defend from the front, you can cause threats. And as long as you're just solid in terms of your shape and you're not playing too high, you can shut Man City off, especially with the names that they might have missing. So this is why I feel like we've got a little bit of a license to go to a back four, because going forward, we look more threatening going forward in a back four and with wingers as authentic traditional wingers than we do with the back three and the wing backs without any flipping wing backs, because Chilwell and Reece James are out. So I would take the risk, because let's have it right. Man City are the favourites here. Man City are going to coast to the title. We might as well try something, and who knows? That's what I'm thinking. So, back four. I'd go with the centre-back pairing of the returning Thiago Silva and the ever so on form, as always, Mr. Antonio Rudiger. Antonio. Yeah, Chelsea fans were singing that at Spurs. And no, it wasn't for Conte. It was for Rudiger. Just put some salt in the wound. But yeah, Rudiger Silva as a centre-back pairing. We'll see how that goes. Now, in terms of the fullbacks, yes, the fullbacks I would decide to go with Aspie and Alonso, who's had enough rest, because Malang Sarr has been absolutely blitzing it and performing very well, and it looks like we've got ourselves a left-back option. So, nice to see Malang Sarr as an option there, but Aspie and Alonso, without question, are going to be the guys that are playing tomorrow. Now, in midfield, I would go with N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic. I know some of you that don't really rate Jorginho would be happy with that. I personally am going with that just for some defensive stability, as well as some force going forward with Mateo Kovacic, especially on a counter-attack or on the build-up. I feel like Kovacic gives you that, and he's on form right now and he's been smashing it. So without question, Kovacic alongside the main man, Mr. N'Golo Kante. Now, in terms of the wingers, this is where it gets interesting, because I would go with a 4-4-2. And I would go with Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic, who has had enough time to rest as well. And I feel like that could be an opportunity for him on the big stage against Man City. I wouldn't be entirely disappointed if I saw Hudson-Odoi start based on the form that he had against Tottenham. But he's already played 2 games on the bounce to play against City immediately after. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think Thomas Tuchel's going to go with Pulisic on the left. And I would go Ziyech on the right. And yes, I would drop Mason Mount. I would. We can't have any passengers tomorrow. It's as simple as that. And right now, Mount is on bad form. Very bad form. We can't be playing with 10 plus 1. We need 11. It's as simple as that. And I feel like with this system, with the back four, as I explained in our last match preview, where I would have gone with a back four, but Thomas Tuchel had other ideas, and then we started alternating anyway. Ziyech on that right-hand side in a back four is where he is best fit. That is his original position. That is his traditional position. That is what he was so mastering at Ajax, what he was expected to do coming to Chelsea. That is where he plays his best football, when he's able to be in between the 18-yard line and the halfway line, in that space on the right-hand side, gets the ball, takes on players, is direct, dribbles past, cuts in, crosses, shoots. That is his role. In this system, he does that to his best ability. So, I feel like having someone of that magnitude could help us against Man City in being able to dictate the play and drive the ball forward and be an attacking threat and press Man City a little bit. With Mason Mount, I'm worried that you're not going to get anything except running and pressing. We need some sort of creativity if we're going to take the game to them. And I feel like Mount is not possessing that right now, so I wouldn't play him. Ziyech, Pulisic as the wingers, 4-4-2. And I would go with, or a 4-2-2-2 if you decide to really break it down. Technically, it's a 4-2-2-2. We are playing the Ralph Rangnick system better than Rangnick himself. So, if the professor wants to take a lesson from the student, feel free, Mr. Ralph Rangnick. Thomas Tuchel is here at your disposal. You've got his phone number. You can get in touch. And up front, I would go with Timo Werner, who played very well against Spurs. And I would go with Mr. Kai Havertz. And yes, I would drop Lukaku. Same reason why I'm dropping Mount. We can't have any passengers. With Lukaku, it's weird. With Lukaku, I feel like we try to base our entire system around him. We try to dictate the role of every single player to fit him. And then he doesn't put the ball in the net. So what? We can't keep doing that. Against Tottenham, he had enough opportunities and he pretty much flopped every single one. We can't have that against Man City, and we can't completely dictate the entire system to be based on one specific player. When we know Man City can just stick two men on the Lukaku and try and nullify him completely, and some would say yes, that frees up the rest, but why don't we go back to basics? Why don't we go back to what worked for us last season against Manchester City? And some are going to say, yeah, but we played Mason Mount in that. Again, no passengers. He was on form back then. That was player of the season, Mason Mount, back then, destroying Man City. Not now. He's not doing that right now. So I would initially go back to Kai Havertz and Timo Werner and see what they can do. If Man City are going to be pressing a little bit high, which I expect them to, because I expect them to try and dictate the play. I expect them to try and keep the ball and keep the possession. If we can just try and not allow them to do that, that would be great in terms of us keeping the ball, us moving it about, us pressing them, us attacking, and obviously we got to keep out to not get caught on the counter. That's going to be key. But as long as we can control the game, hopefully that keeps Man City at bay. And up front, Havertz and Werner hopefully get to do the business. So that is what I reckon Thomas Tuchel should do. Half of that is what I think he's going to do. So let's see what happens. But that would be my starting 11. And in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to be completely real with you guys. You know me, I'm transparent on here. I say it as it is. I say it as I see it. Coming into this, I would easily have come on and say, yeah, I'm expecting a Man City 2-1 win. I got to be real. But, it's always a but. As of the last 72 hours or so, I've been thinking a draw. I've been thinking 1-1. So now, I've got my head telling me, Younes, calm down. 1-1 is a safe bet. And I've got my heart telling me they might have players missing. Arsenal might have helped us out in terms of showing us how to really contain them this season. We have the quality. We're on good form now. We've got players back. We just knocked out Tottenham. Life is looking good. Why not go for a win? That's what my heart's telling me. So, yeah, I'll be real. My head's saying 1-1 and my heart saying 2-1 Chelsea win. And my proper rational mind from half a week ago is telling me Man City are going to win 2-1. So, look, basically, anything can happen tomorrow. We'll wait and see what happens. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you see a Man City win? Do you see a draw? Do you see a Chelsea win? What's your scoreline? What would be your starting 11? Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Would you drop Mount? Would you not? Would you drop Lukaku? Would you not? What would you do? Let me know. I'd love to know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. As I've said, don't forget, check out my FIFA Chelsea career mode. Link is obviously right there. You can check out the links to the channel and my Twitch in the description as well. And don't forget to check out my AFCON recap of day 6. 6. I think it's day 6. Now I'm losing count. Later on tonight. So make sure you're here for that one. Much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. Watch along for the Man City Chelsea game. We'll be done here tomorrow live. Kick off at 12:30 UK time. So I will be going live at midday. Make sure you are here for that. And then after that, I will give you my match review as always. So I'll see all of you tomorrow or later on here for the AFCON review. Have a good one, people. I'll see you then. Take care and peace.